So I wanted to do a June income report for a couple reasons. Number one, just to kind of finish out the quarter so I can start with my next income report will be for July, August, and September to get back on that quarterly cycle that I like to do. But I also just wanted to give you a little encouragement, give you some ideas about what kind of things tend to sell during June. Hello everyone, my name is Sherry from Rolling Acres Education. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if this is not your first time. And while I did not make a whole lot of money during June, I did make quite a bit more than I did last year at this time. And so I wanted to share, like I said, to kind of get me back on track, but also I kind of wanted to let you know what type of things sold for me and what kind of things I think do sell at this time of the year. And I wanted to do a little comparison to show you that even though I didn't do so hot, I did do a lot better. And I think that as you grow, that you will, you're not going to make as much money from Teachers Pay Teachers as you do during the school year, but you can still make more than you've made in the previous years. I also have a video linked below about Amazon KDP, which I think is an amazing option for Teacher Pay Teacher sellers if they want to make a little money in the summer. So I had someone comment on a video recently about how many products I had in my store during each of my income reports, and I used to do that and I stopped, and I'm not really sure why. I used to do I had these many products and I didn't do my views, and then I started doing my views and maybe I just forgot to do how many products I have. But I am going to share how many products I had in my store during June. So in June, I didn't upload a whole lot of products. I created a lot of products in June. We had a product creation challenge with RTA. It was amazing. I had such a productive month because I'm so competitive. And she gives us these little sheets. I didn't plan on doing this, but I think I have it right here. So just give me a second. We do these little sheets and we do these games. There we are. And so I did this. This is all what I did for June. We do these and they're so much fun. It's our June challenge, and she gives us things to do. And I color mine in. Some people just check them off as I do them. And that just really, it's like, oh, I got to get that colored off. I got to finish this. And it makes me really productive. And I am going to do a video on productivity, and I'll share some ideas I have that you can do for that. But anyway, back to my June income. I had 185 products. My goal is to have 200 by July 15th, which shouldn't be a problem because I created a bunch of products in June. So, and I've already got I've already put a few more up since then. So I think I have right now, I think I have 188 products, and I know I completed at least 12 during June, so I shouldn't have any trouble reaching that 200 goal. So I had 185 products at the beginning of June. And I uploaded a couple. I had and I'm going to show you these because I want you to see the comparison from last year. So I had 1,077 views compared to last year, which was 458 views. So that's, a little more than double the views I had. And views are my goal. Views is what I'm working on this year. I need to get more eyes on my product. I sold 81 products this June as compared to 31 products from last June. My conversion rate was actually higher last year. I had a 7.5% conversion rate this June, and an 8.8% last June. So conversion rate was actually a little lower. And I made $266.88 as compared to $92.71. So that's, double and a little more, probably 2.5 times what I made last year. Not quite. So I did make more, but it wasn't a lot. But if I continue to do that every year, just make a little more, it'll be great. And I do have some ideas for some other things that I plan to do during the summers that will hopefully give me some money during the summer. But I wanted to share the kind of products that I sold was interesting this year as compared to last year. Again, I didn't have as many science products up last year. I did have maybe 3 or 4, And so they had just started selling. They didn't sell really well at this time of the year last year, but they did this year. But you've got to remember, my products are sub-plans, independent work. They do have instructional content, but the instructional content is kind of tested or reviewed or whatever in different ways: crossword puzzles, word searches, games, things like that. So it's things that teachers can just pass out to the students and have them do on their own. And I think that's what teachers are looking for this time of year, or during June. Late May, early June are things that the kids can work on their own, that the kids will be more engaged in because they're a little more fun. And so if you're looking for things to sell at the end of the school year, then things that teachers don't have to do any prep whatsoever for, they don't have to help the kids with, and things that the kids are going to be a little more engaged in are great things to sell. One thing I found interesting was last year for June, I sold a ton of out of season products. But last year I sold Halloween products, I sold Easter products, I sold St. Patrick's Day, like all kinds of products. My whole $92 that I made in June was really those kind of things, like out of season holiday resources. This year I only sold 2 or 3, I wrote it down. Yeah, I sold a Constitution Day, I sold a President's Day, and I sold 2 Indigenous people resources, one for high school, one for elementary. And I'm thinking maybe those were like social studies teachers that were teaching, using it to teach social studies. I don't know. But it's crazy. I only sold 4 out of season of the 81 I sold. And then last year, probably almost the whole 31 was like Halloween, Easter, and crazy things like that. So what do people buy during this time? It could be random, subject-wise, but I think type is usually something that the kids can do on their own and have a little bit of fun with. Next income report, I will be back to the 3-month income reports, and so we will do other things until then. Again, check out the Amazon KDP below. It's not a how-to, but it's some reasons why I think KDP is good for teacher pay teacher sellers. And just remember that you've got this, God's got you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.